Well, good morning. It may not be morning when the time you're looking at this, but it's morning the time I'm recording it. It's 8:20 in the morning, and although it looks nice and bright in here, the lights are on. It's generated power. Been using the generator since 9:30 last night, which reminds me, after I record this video, I got to run out there and refill it because it's probably getting on towards empty. We lost power about 9:30 last night. And there's a website that Central Maine Power can uses to list their outages, and they give you updates about every 45 minutes or so, and it tells you when they expect to get your street back up. You know, some of the streets in North Yarmouth, it says 10 p.m. tonight, so it's not very encouraging. And our street, it says assessing. And I figure that means there's a guy down the end of the road, he's going, well, maybe we can, maybe we can't. I'm just assessing the situation. You know, they've been saying assessing since 9:30 last night, so it's taken them a long time to assess the situation. I could go out there right now and tell them, you know, you can get the power up in just a few minutes if you just connect those two little plugs together that broke when the branch, fell onto the power company. But anyway, I'm babbling on about stuff. That's not what I wanted to tell you about today. I got a story about Virgil and his wife, Bernadette. Harvey was involved this a little bit too, Virgil and Harvey. And it's how Virgil gets along with his wife, Bernadette. They get along. They just get along. How else can I describe it? They get along. And what more could you want? They love each other. They really do. But things happen because Bernadette can be what you'd call difficult. She would be what you might say she's the queen of the double bind. A double bind is a person. Doesn't have to be a woman. Can be a man. Can be anybody. The best example is like, if you don't know, I ain't gonna tell you. That's a double bind. That's a classic example of a double bind. And Bernadette was really good at that. She didn't do it on purpose. She wasn't a mean person. She just that was just her personality. Well, anyway, she'd been eyeing these pearl earrings down at the Walmart, and for a long time. And so Virgil is a kind-hearted man, They were kind of expensive, even for Walmart. They were kind of expensive, and so he had it in his heart to just surprise her. And he bought them for her, brought them home. And she opened the box, and gosh, she was just overjoyed. She hugged him and said, "Virgil, you just made me the happiest woman in the whole wide world." And he says, "Oh, thanks, darling, because making you happy, that's what makes me happy." And she darkened right up. She says, "Oh, so this is all about you then? Just to make you happy. That's all. The only reason you bought these for me is to make yourself happy, huh?" So he slammed her down the kitchen table, and she stomps upstairs and slams the bedroom door, leaving him blinking like, "What in the world did I say wrong?" And Bernadette went on what Virgil likes to call a 3-day verbal vacation for him. In other words, she wasn't going to talk to him for the next 3 days. So by Friday he was getting kind of bored. So he called up his friend Harvey. And he says, "Hey, Harvey, you want to go fishing tomorrow up Big Lake?" And he says, "Sure." Harvey says, "I got a couple new lures I'd like to try out." Virgil says, "Hey, I got a new lure of my own I'd like to try." So early in the morning on Friday, they went out fishing. By noontime, they just about caught their limit. So they come back, and they had they scaled and skinned and filleted their fish, and they'd caught 3 really large landlocked salmon. I don't know if you knew this, but Sebago Lake has one of the few places in the world where there are landlocked salmon. And he fried up those fish, because he knew that Bernadette was going to get home by 5 o'clock. So he fried up them fish, and he had the dinner table all set up with Uncle Ben's brown rice and jolly green giant buttered corn. And he'd even thought to have a couple of candles burning. You see, Virgil's pretty good at frying fish, but beyond that, he could only heat stuff up. That's why he had the Uncle Ben's, and the jolly green giant stuff. So when Bernadette walked in, she was mighty impressed. She hugged Virgil, and she said she was sorry. After dinner, Virgil asked if she still wanted the earrings, and Bernadette acted surprised. She said, "I thought you'd be so mad at me that you'd have brought it back to Walmart to get your money back." "Nope," he says I. "But I gotta admit, I was a bit put out by the whole thing. So I decided what I'd do is I'd make myself a new fish lure with them." And she's looking like, she couldn't believe it. He says, "But," he says, "you wouldn't believe how these fish went after them, after those pearl earrings. I guess they thought they were fish eggs or something." But before Bernadette could say anything else, he pulled the box out of his pocket, set it on the table in front of him, and with a big smile. And she says, "Oh, you just lead me on." And he says, "Nope. That fellow you ate there, that big salmon, he swallowed it hook, line, and sinker. Had to dig him out of his belly, but don't worry, I got them all cleaned up. They're just good as new." Bernadette just sat there blinking, and then all of a sudden this big smile broke across her face. She says, "Well, the ladies at church are going to love this story. And when the guys who are always teasing me about my earrings looking like a couple of fish lures, well, I'm just going to smile and tell them, yeah, Virgil used them to catch last Friday's dinner." Yeah. Well, once again, peace and harmony is reigning supreme in the Bliss family household. And like I tell you, they got an unusual way of getting along.